Honey, if he ever pops up at your house talking about why you didn't answer the phone, honey, he tracking. Honey, he is tracking and you better watch out. He is tracking. We going to use another word instead of the other word with the S. Okay. He is tracking, honey. But listen, I got a good one for y'all today. So stay tuned. Hey, y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversations, y'all. And remember, I'm not cross-eyed. It is her or the glasses, honey. Let me just tell you, whoo, I wrote this one on May 5th, 2025. He is a tracker. And we going to substitute that word for STA. Okay, you know the rest. Okay. If you met a guy, you talked to him for about 3 to 4 months. You have no relations. And you know what relations I'm talking about. You all have just been getting to know each other. He shows up at your job talking about why didn't you answer your phone when he called you. Hunty, he is a tracker. Honey, he is a tracker. Stay watchful. If you are about to go out with your girlfriends and he pulls up behind your car and blocks you in, remember, you just met him. He ain't nothing but a little, friend. Then he asks you, where are you going? You didn't tell me. He is a tracker. Honey, you better cut all ties ASAP. You ain't even got to give, wait a minute. You ain't got to give him no warning. You ain't got to give him nothing. Listen, good you ain't give him the cookies. You better run. That's what you better do, because he is a tracker. Honey, he is a tracker. Listen, ladies, listen to your cues. If you feel that you just meeting somebody, and I'm getting into my thoughts. I forgot to say that. You just meeting somebody, then all of a sudden they are tracking you like that. No, that is not that is not healthy. That is, look, toxic. And that's not the type of relationship that you want to be in. You don't want to be in a relationship where somebody is constantly, you ain't gave him no cookies. Okay. So listen, you're getting to know people. You're getting to know him. You are not nobody's property like that, and people, you still have to live. You still have to live and have your own, when you're getting to know someone, you have to have your own time with your own friends, and how you start off, that's what it's going to be like. So if you start off just, doing whatever he says, and then you start really accommodating everything that he says, that's how you get a tracker. When you just start listen, I'm trying to talk without saying too much, because people are watching, and you never know, you may find your love on the you may find your love, but you will also, let me make this clear here, I have to really watch what I'm saying, because you never know, people may mimic what you like and then try to be like that. If somebody tried to date you or something, instead of just being natural, trying to, we trying to get to know each other. So I really have to watch how I respond. I really have to watch how I respond. I don't want people to know what I like. I want you to know what I like, but not like to where you finna mimic me if, I happen to talk to somebody on the internet. So let me get on back. That was off. But these are the conversations that you have to have. Okay. You have to have those. But anyway, let me get back. So with that, you have to watch. I mean, the spoken word, you have to really watch what you are allowing him to do. Okay. And that goes vice versa. Remember, I always talk about that. It goes vice versa, but you have to not just be like, oh, you got to know that. You want them to know that you're okay when you're going to places. You do. But if you only been together for 3 to 4 months, that is something. Now, let me tell y'all these stories, okay? Because I kind of got this off of experience that I had. This is way before my son. This is when I got my first apartment. And I had this one friend, me and her used to just go, go places. And anyway, we end up going to this, it's called the block party. They have block parties here, but it's downtown. They have them every year and you have all this food and stuff. So I met this person and I met him and, we became friends and all that, friends. We started going together, whatever. So he was in the army. And so I just was like, okay, I can't be trying to be dating this when I had met somebody because he was way in the army. So I had met somebody. So I said, let me break it off with him. And he was stationed in Hawaii, right? I should have known something was wrong and this was not right. I should have known that something was wrong with his PO I don't know who that person is that calls when they go AWOL, right? And so the man had took a flight to here. I will never forget this. It was not funny when it happened. And I was laying in my bed and then all of a sudden I hear somebody knocking on the window. I know you in there. But I knew the man, whatever they call the people that watch them when they're in the army, had said, is he here? And I was like, no. And then all of a sudden the man, it ain't all of a sudden like he knocked. It was like maybe the next day he knocks on the window. And I was like, what? Because I had called him. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because I broke up with him. But you got to be real. If you cannot deal with somebody being way in Hawaii because they're stationed, you don't know what's happening. And then somebody was here and that was a whole nother thing. Now that was then. Okay. And so I had to call my auntie. I didn't want to call the police on him. So I had to call my auntie and be like, hey, he is at my door. Can you come over here and talk to him? Like, get him away. Cause I'm saying like, no, I don't want to deal with that, cause I told him over the phone, I don't want to be in a relationship. And that was it. I told him in a nice way. And the only way that I could tell him was on the phone because he was stationed in Hawaii. And so that was that. But then he came and he kept coming over. And it just got to be so wild. So you will have trackers. Okay. Then the other one was me and my friend was going out. Now, this is my one friend that I was telling you. She was melanemic. She was. I don't know where she at now because she moved out of state. I don't know where she at now. Last I heard, she was in Florida. And so we were about to go out. This was years ago. We was about to go out. Man, I don't know where this man came from. All I know is we about to bag out. He blocks us in. Like, what? Man, I rolled that window down about like this. I'm like, what? What is going on here? Honey, I don't know what he thought, but I was like, you better get on. When you talking bad, when you roll the window down about this low. I was like, this is wild. What is going on here? What is happening? I'm like, no. And I just be like, no, that's something that I can't deal with. I just can't deal with it. I don't know if that part came from because my dad was always in my ear. And I had uncles always teaching me how to stand up for myself. And that's just the way it is. My mom and dad were like that. So if it's not going to work, then I could just say no. Like we have a conversation. We have a mature conversation. Okay? That's what I like to do. Now, will that work with everybody? No, it will not work. But yeah, you will have a tracker. You will. I don't know if it's because you may stand firm, you may be assertive, and they like that, because they don't see that, and they can get drawn to you like that. So trackers can get drawn to you. It's wild, and there's nothing to laugh about. So you have to set your, and when I say boundaries, I'm not saying, okay, you just gonna follow this. No, I'm saying be clear. How about that? Let's be clear in how we are going to interact with each other. Let's have conversations. When I say that, like, hey, you set yours and I'll set mine, because that's the way it's got to be, because that's the only way that a relationship can work is through communication. But honey, he is a tracker. If he show up at your job, if he be at your window talking about let me in, he went AWOL from the army, watch it, okay? Watch it. But listen, that's all I got for that one. But that's real. Y'all, thank you to my new ones and thank you to my day ones. Y'all been riding with a girl, and I'm so grateful. Well, that's it. That's all for me today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Hey, y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversations. Hey y'all, it's Bernita Rochele, and welcome to my spoken word and conversation. Y'all, thank you to my new ones, and thank you to my day ones.